Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reviewing the Emil II, the tier 8 Swedish heavy tank, and I like this tank. Some people were saying in the reviews that they thought this was the worst one out of the line. I know Droodles loves this tank, and I have to agree with them. The tank is really good. Just the fact that when you face a tier 8, you're just utterly unstoppable. Into tier 9s, it's just you can't stop this thing. It has so much HP, so much turret armor, so much burst damage. It's really just unstoppable. I mean, we go down the statistics. The only bad thing about the tank that actually bothers me, like, sure, it has bad DPM, but you're a clipper. You get those shells reloaded and you clip them out. And honestly, the DPM isn't that bad. I mean, 12 seconds, 10 seconds, and 10 seconds, it's really not that bad. I mean, you can see it has a good amount of HP. You can get it up to even more if you add in this. You get another 63, and of course, if you add this, you can get it up to like 2400, which is a lot of HP. As well, of course, it's the Emil line, so it has kranvagn line. So it has extremely thick turret armor. I mean, great turret armor. Of course, when you're getting faced by tier 10s, if they load premium, they probably will be able to penetrate you just because it's not the best turret armor compared to the other, to the tier 8 and tier 10, but it's still fantastic. But concerning the rest of the tank, you have pretty good penetration on all of your shells. Your average damage, of course, is 400 on your APCR, which is your standard, allowing you to do 1200 clip damage, which is just a massive amount of damage. As well, you have 9 degrees of gun depression. You don't have the best accuracy, but it's not that bad. And your mobility is pretty bad, though, at 30 kilometers an hour of top speed. That would have to be the biggest downfall for me, is that slow mobility. It's just not very quick for turret traverse, tank traverse, top speed. But to deal with that, of course, you do have the speed consumable, which really helps a lot. It really does help a lot. It gets you up pretty much another 5 to 10 kilometers an hour faster than previous were going, and it makes your traverse and backup speed faster as well because your engine power is better. And it really does help. If it didn't have that, it would be probably a lot worse. You can also run the reticle consumable, but honestly, it's not worth it. This one's a lot better, and it keeps you with still 2 med packs. One thing I have noticed about the tank, though, is it seems to miss a lot of shots like that just bounce and don't do any damage, and it's really weird. And I'm not sure why it does that. It's pretty frustrating sometimes when you bounce a tier 8 on their track. It really doesn't make sense. Also, how did that guy penetrate? I mean, like, look at that. How did that go in? RNG must have been on his side, because this tank is really a beast. In this game, while we are going to lose it, we're going to do a good amount of damage, and I wanted to showcase it because just how strong this tank is hold down and how strong that clip is. Just, it really devastates the enemy team whenever you can get a full clip out. And we get this T30 spotted up. We're going to get wait for a clip to reload, and we're going to get a shot in. Unfortunately, we have a little bit too long of a clip reload, and we aren't clip reload, and we are not able to get in a second shot. I was hoping that T54E1 would push, but unfortunately he stops right before he pulled out far enough for me to shoot. I noticed the IS-3 defender was moving, so I wanted to try to get prepared for a shot on him. And as he goes across, we're going to go for a track shot on him. We get a nice bounce, of course, and this is another thing I'm talking about. Like, look at that. Why did that bounce? That should not have bounced. We still get another shot in. Of course, that was a very unfortunate 2 bounces on each of those tier 8 heavies, which really didn't make sense. And I don't notice this T32 until he shoots me, which was my bad. But we are going to go in for a nice hat shot here, which is pretty good RNG right there. We do get a lucky shot. But as you can see, we're now already down 3 tanks on our team, and it is not looking good. I want to try to finish off this T32, and of course there are some tanks on my left that I can clip out if I reload up some more shells. So I decide to try to face off against this T30, but with the T32 here, it was kind of hard to turn around. So I now decide to just hit my speed boost to go up around and try to flank and kill him from behind. I did get stuck on the T32, unfortunately, again, as he was backing up. So now I'm just going to try to rush around to try to kill something, because I got to kill some of these tanks. Either of these two tanks, I've just got to kill them. But there are so many tanks over here, it's going to be hard. And I do get a nice shot into that T-30, but unfortunately he does leave before I can get in another shot. So we just go for the last two on the ST right there, bringing our damage total up to almost 4k. And we don't get any bounces here because we are not hold down. But I'm pretty much at this point like, yeah, there's no way to win this. Gonna try to get one more shot in, and we go for that. I really should not have gone for that shot right there. And we are gonna be taken out. This WT is just gonna die, so I'm just gonna skip ahead to the end of the battle. So we did unfortunately lose that. I tried my best. We did almost 4k, but just the team could not hold together in that. And this one is going to be a win here. This is going to be a very good battle here. I was pretty pleased at how this battle turned out. But yeah, the biggest downfall of the tank is the mobility, in my opinion. The DPM, a lot of people are thinking the kranvagn line, especially the top two, need a buff. Honestly, I don't think so. They're balanced. They're not overpowered. They're not weak. They're pretty balanced, in my opinion. So I really don't know why people aren't liking the line. I mean, I guess they probably just see it on stats. On stats, the tanks don't look that good because of the horrible DPM. But in reality, it's really not that bad because you have that clipper. It really does allow you to really devastate the enemy if you get 2 or more shots out at once. If you get 3 shots out, I mean, for tier 8s, it's easy. You can clip out tier 8 lights, mediums. If you get behind them, you can HE mediums for about like 1500, 1600 damage. And it really just devastates them in one clip. Of course, your inner clip is a little long at 3.5, but it's nothing too much to worry about. Like I said, I did unfortunately miss out on 1 shot on that T30 because of the long inner clip, but it's really nothing you need to worry about usually. Sorry, we do get 2 shots in this email. He does penetrate us because I did pull up too far, but I honestly didn't care. And there's another one I'm talking about on the tracks that it just doesn't penetrate. I don't know why the tank does that. I don't know if Wargaming will fix that. I hope they fix that because the tank just bounces on tracks a bunch for really no reason. Don't know what this Chrysler K was doing exposing himself that much. And we do get him on fire, and I guess he didn't, and we had him use his repair kit on that track, so the track did turn out good in the long run because we did get a nice fire on that guy for almost 800 damage. We're now up to 1500 damage. I'm trying to reload my clips so that I can hopefully clip out this Emil 1, but I don't want to push too aggressive because the Emil 2 is right there and he would probably clip me out. So I'm going to try to pull back here so I can take cover in case this Emil pushes. But right as I noticed that the T49 is pushing, so I'm just going to go for some APCR here. Well, AP is your standard. So I'm going to go for some normal ammunitions. No need to do HE. We have enough shells reloaded. So now we're down to 1 shell on the clip, and I'm going to hit my speed boost, and the speed boost comes in handy. If you guys don't use these on any tanks, what are you doing? They are the most useful thing in the entire game. I mean, I've avoided being shot so many times from these things. And we're going to reload our 3 shells. I made sure to reload the 3 shells that we have 2 for this Jag Tiger left over. We're going to get 1 in, and we are going to get a 2nd shot into the Jag Tiger. That brings us above the 3,000 damage mark. And one thing I've noticed about this tank, you rack up damage so quickly in this tank. You don't even have to shoot that many times. Just get out 1 or 2. If you get about 3 clips out, I mean, you're up to almost 4k damage. And that's what I consider a good game at a tier 9. So, yeah. We're going to get some shots into this Emil here. I don't know why he stops because I guess he didn't notice I was here. So we're going to unload 2 clips onto that guy. Shells, sorry, not clips. And we're going to try to push him so we can get the kill. I'm not worried about losing any HP on the guy. And as you can see, we're just going to go straight for that top plate shot and do finish him off. So as you can see, the Emil II really is a strong tank. It can hold its own even with the low DPM. You just got to play not quite as aggressive as you normally would. Of course, go and hold down is the best way to play it. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.